Okay, morning. Welcome to the agenda update from the council meeting of February 10th that we had yesterday. Number one thing that we dealt with is the secondary suites. And I'll just touch on that for a second because we're getting a lot of these applications right now, and we do have to start paying a little bit more attention as to where they're going and what these neighborhoods are going to be looking like. So we have directed administration to give us some other options on how we assess these suites. There's two things at play. We want people back in their homes, but we also and want to increase rental space, but we also want to protect what this town's going to look like in 5 or 10 years. So we have directed administration to look and give us some other options on the secondary suites. So, but there was 3 more approved yesterday, but we'll be looking at that in the future. The NGOs, this is a big one that I want to talk about. We had Habitat for Humanity and the Mennonite Disaster Service do delegations to us yesterday. The big thing that came out of that is that they're having a tough time getting people to apply for their services. So we want to do a big push, and I know what it's about with being High River strong and having High River pride, that it's very hard to admit that you need to go there. But these guys are in town, they want to help, the money's available, they want to be involved, they're sitting there waiting for us, so don't hesitate for a second to phone them. And you'll notice in the updated town crier, there will be a little ad in here that has all of the NGOs listed. But the main thing is that the phone number, if you need help, please phone them. Phone number is 403-603-3582. And yeah, it's not a time to be proud of things. It's a time to get rebuilt, and so don't hesitate for a second. If you need help, please go get the help. A couple of housekeeping items that we went through on the agenda. Going back to the suites, the other thing I want to mention, there's a lot of illegal suites in this town that we have to start paying attention to and addressing. So we are looking into those and how to deal with them. The problem with them is most of the time they are very unsafe. Lots of times they're just fine, but some of them are unsafe. But we need to know where these suites are, just for the safety of everybody in town. Big one, we approved the flood batch number 1 of the property tax forgiveness. That was 196 homes to a total of $257,000. We approved that yesterday, so that's a big one that helps people out a little bit. Donations Advisory Committee, we did another member-at-large appointment with Rob Whitfield, so thanks to Rob for putting his hand up and getting involved with that one. We also did all the member-at-large appointments for the Planning and Renewal Advisory Committee, going to be known as the PRAC Committee, that is for the whole downtown restructuring and looking at the way this town will be redeveloped in the future here. So those appointments are Bill Fowler, Duncan Scott, Michael Nychuk, Darlene Gerke, Don Carlson, Jim Ross, and Jeff Rempel. And it'll be Councillor Loran that's the council rep for that one. Next, we dealt with, there's an issue with the stabilization and demobilization of our increased fire department that we have in this town. As Saddlebrook diminishes the amount of people out there, of course the fire services out there will follow suit. So we've asked the government to continue with this increased service that we have in town at least till the end of June, so that we can have everything in place for this flood season And because all these different areas still exist, so we have to keep our fire services up to par with everything. So other items that we dealt with yesterday, you're going to see a document like this that comes out. This is the renewal planning framework for the town of High River. As we go through the renewal, this document will always be updated. But what we did yesterday is, this is the most up-to-date version of it, and we will be forwarding this on to the government to outline our 3-year ask as far as monies that we need for repairing berms, dikes, all our flood mitigation measures, as well as beginning the downtown. Council has really looked at a 3-year window that is extremely important. If we do not get those first 3 years right, there's no point in looking at 15 years, because we've got 3 years that certain things absolutely have to come into play, or it's all for naught. So that's a big one. This is one that we deal with every single day. This is one that we've got a great group of people that are on top of this, and but you'll be seeing that'll come out in the near future once it's finalized and everything. So one other thing we dealt with was the downtown area restructuring plan. We did choose a consultant who is O2 Planning and Design out of Calgary. Excellent firm that we are extremely excited to have with us in High River, and congratulations to those guys, but congratulations to High River for having them. So it works both ways. It's a real win-win having both of them. So things just to mention, Health and Wellness Fair is going to be Saturday, March 8th from 12 to 5 at the Rec Complex. So please, anybody that wants to register, and there's pretty much anybody can register for this thing. So if you have anything to do with health and wellness, including a haircut, then just give them a phone call, 652-4042. And the other one is Family Day at the Recplex. I threw my piece of paper somewhere. There we are. Family Day at the Recplex, February 17th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. There'll be swimming, skating, shinny on the small ice, carnival games, lobby in the lobby, and free lunch. So thanks to Town of High River and TELUS for sponsoring this day. So make sure you get down there. That's about it. There's going to be another video that follows this one that's going to deal with a couple of specific issues that everybody needs to watch. Thank you.